Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I know it's been like 8 days since I've uploaded, but today I thought of a very good video idea. Revisit a 2015 Roblox game called Return to the Pizzeria by Hello Burb. Today we will play the fan remaster version by H6, because the original version made in 2015 is broken. So today we will revisit Return to the Pizzeria and see if it's still good. We start off in Chapter 1 on a bus to an abandoned Freddy's location. We also talk to the bus driver. He mentions that the building is very old and to be careful whilst inside. We hop off and go explore Freddy's. Whilst inside we find a lighter in a cupboard. We use it to burn down some boards. Later we find a man in purple hiding in a back room. He asks us to get his stuff from the parts and service room. We do, then the floor breaks and shows plans on how he would murder children, possibly being connected to the 5 missing children incident. Sorry, the image quality is like 240p, it's just that bit is glitched in the remaster. We go back and see that he went into the rabbit suit and died. There is also a key on the floor. It's for the kitchen. We take the key and escape the pizzeria on a truck, completing Chapter 1. We go in a truck just outside the pizzeria. Then the guy in the rabbit suit, also known as Springtrap, jumps up at the truck. We go speeding and crash the truck. We find a nearby cave near the crash site and enter. After we escape the maze in the cave, Springtrap comes out of an entrance. We luckily get away. We also notice a drain pipe oozing with a green liquid. We need to find a lever to get rid of it. We go find the lever, and the ooze starts to go away. And we go through the tunnel and complete Chapter 2. We wake up in this dreamlike state in the Freddy's Pizzeria office. We walk down to the stage while parts of the floor appear. We get to the stage and touch Freddy's nose. Then we walk to the back room where an empty rabbit suit is. We try to leave, but then Freddy catches us and the memory ends. We exit the tunnel, and it takes us to a strange dark building. And then the lights go out, so we need to use our lighter to see. But it has a small amount of power left, so we must quickly turn on the power. We turn the power on. We also find a key nearby that lets us go to the packing room. We get a box from there to get into the vents. We also get a battery to power our flashlight so we can see in the vents. We go into the vents. We need a code to open a section of the vents. We find the code 031503. Type it in the emergency vent shutdown machine. After that we get to continue through the vents, completing Chapter 3. Just like the first memory, we wake up in the office and we walk down to the stage. Unlike last time, Freddy is gone and we touch Bonnie this time. We go to the back room and Bonnie gets us. The memories are not that exciting. We climb through some vents. Later we find this room with a cake in it. Turns out it's a trick by Springtrap. After escaping the trap and doing a lot of parkour, we find ourselves in a small room. We type a code in a keypad and the vents open. But turns out the place is going to blow up, so we got to escape quick. Like the last two memories, we are in the office from the pizzeria. This time Bonnie and Freddy are not on the stage. We touch Chica and later she gets us. We thankfully survive the explosion of the factory. Nearby we find a dead body with a phone. We call our manager and he's glad we survived the explosion. He also said firefighters are on their way to the scene. There is also an unknown voicemail we can call. We call it and it's this guy talking to Joe, the dead body nearby the phone. He mentions that a murderer is on the loose in the factory and it was stupid those guys went through the tunnels, I think referencing the tunnels in the sewer from Chapter 2. He tells Joe about the gate code, which is 734001, and then gets shot and the voicemail ends. We enter the code into the gate. The fire truck crashed, so we have to go through the bushes. We do, and a mysterious figure attacks us and we black out. While we are unconscious, it takes us back to a memory we experienced. We are at our family house and it's our son's birthday. And we surprise him by saying we are going to Freddy's. He gets exited and we all go to Freddy's. We have a fun time at his birthday party. But later all the kids including our son are found murdered. The police couldn't find any bodies. Then we try and hang ourselves. Then we are in the hospital, I think. Our wife asks if we are okay. Turns out we have no frontal lobe. And then we wake up and there is 2 SCP-like guards near us. I'm not sure why our wife asks to see us and the SCP guards tell her we might have forgotten who she was. And yet she is not there and it's just the SCP guards. Let me know what you think it means. Just like the other memories. We are in the pizzeria office. But this time we walk down to touch Foxy. We go into the back room, we try to leave and Foxy gets us. We wake up in a facility-like place. A scientist comes to greet us. And asks us to follow him to a test chamber. Before we do, he'll show you how to get the good ending. How you get the good ending is, instead of walking to the test chamber, go to this office-like area. Take the pencil off this desk hand. Take this sheet of paper from this board, then go to the test chamber. Once you do, instead of going in the cage and seeing Springtrap, you use your paper and write something down. Then the guards burn Springtrap and you get the good ending. We enter the test chamber. The scientists mention that they found our body near the subject's Springtrap. They want us to inspect it, commenting that it may have human remains inside of it. And not to worry cause they have disabled Springtrap. We go up to him but turns out he comes active again. The door breaks and opens. The scientists say to run while they fix the door but they all die. And Springtrap escapes and the facility goes on lockdown. We find a scientist's keycard and go to the elevator. All the scientists are trying to escape through the elevator. We also notice 3 security guards go through the maintenance tunnel. But it needs a guard's keycard to open. We find a sleeping guard and take his keycard and go through the maintenance tunnels. After we enter the maintenance tunnels, we go on an old-looking elevator. While we go down, it stops. And we get jump scared by Springtrap and the elevator goes down fast. We go jump over some boxes and go into the vents. While crawling through the vents collapse and we find ourselves in a server and CCTV room. We notice Springtrap on the cameras. But soon after the camera runs out of power and the computer goes into low power mode. Luckily there is a thermal mode but its power is limited. A guy knows we are in the server room and is going to drill the roof to save us, but it will take him 5 minutes to do so. So we must survive Springtrap for 5 minutes. We thankfully do and get away. It takes us to a memory of what happened to Purple Guy after we left to get his stuff in Chapter 1. The ghosts force him into the Spring Bonnie suit and then he dies. A week after the events of Chapter 6. We go on a bus to Fazbear's Fright. We meet our manager. He mentioned somebody donated them an animatronic from the 70s. He tells us to go to the office for our new job. We go to the office and we get the fallacious ending while credits play on the iPad. And Springtrap makes a fire in the building and we die.
I came back. I will always come back. I killed those children. And then, one day, those rusty buckets of bolts, they became possessed by the little brats. They came for me. They were hunting me. And so I hid in one of those awful suits. But I didn't know how to work the damn thing. The trap went off inside the suit, killing me instantly and turning my sanctuary into an eternal tomb. However, while I may have been a monster in life, I became a literal nightmare in death. My name is Springtrap, and I am here to do the devil's work.